Hi, I'm Kimberly Corp.
And I'm Catherine Corp.
And we're the owners of Pilates on Fifth here in Manhattan and the creators of PilatesOnFifthOnline.com. Today we're here with more of our Let's Get Wealthy series, and that's wealthy with a W-E-L-L. And we are here today with how to de-stress with neck stretches.
Very important.
Because how many of us during the day find ourselves here?
Sometimes you don't even realize it until you've been in this position for 10 or 15 minutes and you're wondering why your shoulders hurt. It can happen when you're driving, it can happen when you're at your desk, cooking.
Right, there are many times during the day that I'm like, these muscles don't need to be involved in what I'm doing right now. So a simple way, if you find yourself, oh, I'm just so stressed, here are some simple stretches. So we're going to do them together.
Yeah.
What you do, stand really tall first and try to get that posture where you're nice over. Walk your little fingertips down
Right,
your
so
leg.
here, to think of reaching your fingertips towards your toes. Seriously, walk your fingertips down. You're like,
Right.
but don't get so overambitious
Right.
that you round. So it's almost like you're trying to pin the back of your armpits together
Right,
while
like-
you do that.
There you go.
So from here, take your right ear to your right shoulder. So you're here, and you'll feel the stretch. You might want to put your opposite hand on the shoulder and help push it down. And then the other way. Now your left ear on the left shoulder, walk those fingertips down. Again, you can place your hand there. You could also use a towel. You could put a towel on this side and pull down yourself. Now from that, we're gonna go one more side, right ear to right shoulder. Now from here, rotate your head. It's like you're trying to put your nose in your pocket. So you should feel, and when you do that, you'll feel a stretch in these muscles here.
And make sure you keep reaching that other opposite hand down.
Right, so this hand is reaching down. Some people sometimes say that they like to do it with an arm weight just to remind themselves to hold their shoulder down. It's not necessary, but it might help you. And then she'll do the other side, rotate. Yeah, you don't want to do this on one side and not the other. You'll feel pretty lopsided in there. But that's a nice stretch, and you can do it at any time. You can do it at your desk. You can do it
In line at the grocery store.
Yeah,
No one will know.
no one will know what you're doing.
Especially if you pretend to be checking your phone.
So next we have half moons. From the side tilt position, you'll roll your head forward all the way down so you're nodding your chin to your chest, and then you look up to the other side. So now you're looking straight side, and then you take your head down again, rolling through all the time, walking your fingertips down, and then look to the other side. So you get a nice stretch. It's very normal here to have much more range of motion to one side than the other, so just be mindful of that. There's nothing wrong with it, and don't try to force it. Do this with your own energy. Don't try to use your hands or anything to manipulate your head. Don't let anyone
Right.
manipulate it for you. Just
Right.
do it yourself.
Necks are very delicate little things, so don't let people pull on your neck. So our last two involve you putting your hands behind your head, but what you want to do is you want to think of your thumbs at the hairline back here, right where that little bone is. Now the first thing you want to do is think that you're picking up your own head and putting it back on top of your shoulders. So many of us are here because of texting, driving, cooking, working at desks, so your head is back onto your shoulders. From here, this can be agony. You're going to do little elbow pulses backwards. So opening that front line of the shoulders can really help. But all the while, your thumbs are sort of lifting your own head off of your shoulders.
Think of that you're trying to make yourself 4 inches taller.
Yes, but at the same time, you're pulling your ribs down and your
Right.
abs in.
Don't do
Yeah,
this.
It's not 80s jazz. So nice pulse there. From here, you're going to close your elbows to the front. Bend your knees slightly and around the spine and curl over. Pull your shoulders down the back. So actively pull your shoulders down. At the same time, press your head up into your hands. So you're resisting with your hands. This will give the muscles in the back of the neck a nice stretch. So what you're really doing, you're stretching because you're pushing the back of your head into your hands, not because you're tugging your head forward. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not doing this with my
Right.
head. I'm
She's
actively
pushing-
pressing my head
Yes.
back into my hands.
Yes, get your wispies. Yes. So that's very nice there. And then when you come up to a straight line, you can then, with support, you can lift the chin. So notice that she's just thinking of lifting her sternum here and her chin up, and it gives you a nice stretch of the front line here. If you can go further, fine. Now, without hurting yourself, show what we don't want to see. This does not end up stretching the muscles of the neck. It actually ends up shortening them. We don't have time to show you an anatomical drawing to prove that, but it does not stretch them.
Yeah.
So really you have to think of length and
Right.
up and back, not crunch.
Right.
Alrighty. So hopefully if you do those when you're feeling here, you will feel de-stressed and your neck will feel freer.
Right, and they're also actually really good to do in the shower as well.
Ah,
Because
yes.
then you're nice and warm, you're nice and relaxed, you're by yourself, no one can bother you. Great place to de-stress with your neck stretches.